How does the song go in the film? A shoopy poopy.
You mean boom chicka boom boom
A shoopy poopy.
boom chicka boom 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 chicka boom. A shapoopy.
Have the intro. Do it again.
Shapoopy's from the Music Man.
Shapoopy. Alright, this week I won't ask you what we're doing because you're getting fed up with that, and every time we finish the podcast and turn the mic off you hit me for it, so
That's right.
strangle me,
But this
dunk
week
my head in water.
I've got a cattle prod to be in keeping with what we've...
Why did you have to say cattle prod? I was saying dunk my head in water because this week...
Yeah, I was saying cattle prod.
Oh right, yeah.
Because he uses one.
Good point. You've got that light going on your face. The way the light's falling from the lights on your face, you look like an evil demon.
I am an evil demon.
Jesus Christ. Alright.
Yeah.
We are, this week, if you didn't get the clues of water and cattle prod.
Or if you didn't click on this that says we're discussing it.
And it's up on the screen.
Uh-huh.
It could be blind. If you're blind, this week, don't know how you'd find out what you're...
Oh my god!
We're talking about Shape of Water.
Oh,
Guillermo del
wait.
Toro! Where did you say Del Toro is from?
didn't-
Mexico. You said Mexico, didn't you?
I can't remember. I looked at me the other
I
day.
think you said
actually.
Mexico City. I can't remember.
I
Anyway,
think, yes.
Guillermo del Toro's latest
Yes, I
Shape
did say
of
it's
Water.
Mexican.
It was Mexico, I think. Yeah. Which has, it's done a lot recently.
It's been doing really well awards-wise, but didn't you say it's not been doing as well with audience says?
I would say from the old Rotten Tomatoes, it's on like 78% from audiences, and then 90-something percent.
It's how much? 78?
78. It's
Oh,
quite a lot of
okay.
negative reviews. I think we'll go into it. Non-spoilers first. Spoiler free.
Yes.
I was just going to say, with this film, it's that kind of film you have to go in with a certain attitude. Not the attitude that, this has won loads of awards, this is going to be amazing, this is going to be like a straight up great film. I think it's a very good film if you go in and watch it like it's a fairy tale, an adult fairy tale. Not if you go in and watch it and expect it to be like a 2-hour masterpiece of...
I was going to say, if you go in expecting it to blow your mind, which you would expect for how many nominations it's gotten this award season, then I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But if you just go in and watch it, then it's lovely.
It's nice to see him doing something original again. Because like I said, obviously Pan's Labyrinth everyone absolutely loves, but then he's done a lot of sequels or franchise. He did Crimson Peak actually last year, which was
That
I'm
was
pretty sure was original. No, sorry, not last year, a few years ago.
It was 2 or 3 years,
Yeah, actually, I guess that was original, but that felt very different.
Yeah.
Very soon to have a fucking weird ass looking creature in it.
Yeah.
You need to kind of watch like it's an adult fairy tale and
Yeah.
like take it that way instead of. Because the way I looked at this was, it's doing so well, it must really go into detail about this relationship, and it must really be in depth, and do you get what I mean? Sort of the narrative must be, but it is quite simplistic.
I was going to say, it's quite a basic fairy tale. Well, not even a fairy tale. Well, kind of a fairy tale. It's a basic tale.
Yeah.
And it's just a lot of stuff we've seen before.
Yeah. I actually wrote. The first sentence I wrote about this was it's your typical free a creature tale.
It is, yeah.
With a spectacular attire.
Oh, yeah.
It's dressed up very nicely.
It is, yeah.
And so it looks pretty. It's really nicely where
They've
it's set
created like a beautiful, I was going to say a beautiful world, but I mean it's
a real
not.
world.
It's a real world. But
They've captured the
they've
pastime
that's the
very
word.
well. Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it looks really, really stunning.
Should we go into spoilers? Because have you got anything else for spoiler free? Cause
No, not really.
we can talk about why. Alright. You just want to blow out your mouth straight
I just
away
want to
every
start
time.
telling everyone. Yeah.
For a creature tale, I was just going to say about this.
Yeah.
It comes in the 3 steps. Like the creature's captured, it's acquainted, and it's released. Is how I put it.
Yeah.
You have it. It is very much what we've seen before, where it's it's getting treated like shit.
Yeah.
Then they manage to. Then some people who are good human beings, or the heroes, or the protagonists of the film, get it out of the area, and then the villain tracks it down and eventually finds it at the end. There's a standoff.
And it's always like right by the water's edge, or wherever it is about, wherever this creature needs to be freed to. It's
always right where it's about. Like
I was going to say as well. It's always raining too. It had to be raining for this particular, so I don't mind that. But it is always raining. I was going to say even down to the details, and I was racking my brains trying to think of something where it's happened before. I know I've definitely seen it, but I can't think of any examples. But I was thinking about when she's putting the eggs on the side of the tank.
And then
and then he says he learns that it's called egg, and that's like their first interaction. That happens all the time. They always give them something. They give them something, or they feed them something, and then they learn what it's called, and then that leads into other people going, "Oh my god, it's intelligent. It's an intelligent life form. It's always an intelligent life form. It can't just be awesome for being what it is. It has to have sort of human tendencies." And then everyone wants to save it because it's got some sort of.
It always just to have a nice side, always, even though it's getting tortured to shit, trusted her. And again, there might be more explanation to why this film, but then even if there's an explanation to it, I feel like it's just very similar, and you know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It kind of. It was. It had some really nice quirks about it. I'm trying to do this in order to what I remember. It had the nice little quirks of it, I think his name was Giles or Giles or however you pronounce it. Her housemate.
Yeah.
I think it was. They were just housemates.
Yeah.
We didn't miss anything at the start. Jesus Christ! Fucking
What's
creature.
his name?
Sorry, Giles. It's spelled Giles.
Giles.
Is that how that?
Yeah.
So okay, Giles.
I don't remember.
Take your bins out another time, you bitches.
Is that what that is?
I think there's someone moving their bin.
The thunder was coming. Yeah.
His not his sexuality, but the whole strange detail of when he goes to that
The
pie shop,
place,
which is quite nice because it's because the whole idea of because it's quite peculiar that he's after this young man, but they don't make it they don't put an opinion on that. It just is a thing.
Yeah.
They don't make him look like an arsehole for it, and they don't make him look strange for it. They don't make him look good for it either. It's just something that's happening.
Yeah.
There's that, and then there's also I'm trying to say about her being mute is quite a nice little detail. I know obviously they add more sensitive, but it's just nice because you don't tend to see mute in big films very often, or in films very often. But what we've watched,
it reminded me a little bit of Nova in Apes. Yeah. How she befriends.
Yeah.
The apes. And obviously she's mute, and he gives her that little flower and stuff, and I was like, this kind of felt like that kind of moment when they first met. Yeah,
and we're saying about the character, it is strange because it is a lot that you've seen, and the same thing as I just read as well. That someone said they didn't make them cry to make them laugh. It didn't make them something interesting. It's very true. It didn't.
No.
There was nothing that surprised me.
No.
And the moments that were supposed to like the end bit where when they let the creature go at the end and it stood at the edge of the water, it was very obvious it was going to get shot. The way it was, I think the way it was shot, I was surprised that Giles got a hit in the face. I was expecting just a bullet to come out and hit him when they were stood there at the edge.
It kind of annoyed me because it's that thing where we always go, why, if he was going to shoot everyone, why doesn't he shoot everyone? Why does he have to leave one person alive? Because he tried to kill everyone. What was it? Why would
there's always
he
a good piece of bark or fucking tree or something next to him as well to grab up and hit him back in the face.
But why would he have punched him but killed the other two? Why wouldn't he just shot all of them? He was that evil, and you believe he would have done that if he was that bad as they made him to be out.
Yeah.
Made him out
to be out.
Made him to be out. Made him out to be. Then when he shoot everyone, that's kind of annoying, really. But actually, I was going to say the whole detail of her falling in love with him, and obviously they sleep together and stuff, or float sleep together. Whatever.
No, they didn't. Well, they actually slept together, didn't they? Because she says about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know. Oh yeah, no.
I'm glad they go into that detail.
Yeah,
it's quite funny because that's one thing they don't do
with
stuff, which is he definitely didn't have a penis first time I looked in this.
No, I said float sleep together because they weren't in a bed; they were in the tub. That's why I said float sleep together. I know they actually slept together, but that's why I said
I'm surprised it didn't go into detail, because it did with the other sex stuff in this film, and then in that one they kind of skipped over it. It was like, if you want to show anything that'd be intriguing to the plot, I thought that would have been the one you showed.
Yeah. But no, but that kind of in itself, I guess, was quite an interesting detail, because I don't think I was expecting her to have a romantic, definitely not a sexual relationship with
I wouldn't have, because of the stuff about being like a romance, like a romantic film. I think that kind of maybe, because there's loads of stuff saying about being like Beauty and... I keep saying like, this is Guillermo del Toro's Beauty and the Beast, this is a retelling of Beauty and the Beast, and I was like, then surely they've got to have a proper...
Oh, okay.
I mean, I didn't know necessarily that she'd sleep with it. I was a bit surprised when she did.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I thought something was going to happen.
Yeah. It was just a lot of again, it's exactly like Black Panther. I was bashing it, but well, I'm not bashing it, but like picking out all the negatives. But I did really love it. It's just a shame because it was just so many characters that we've seen before, and it was a story that we've seen before, and it was kind of
all very well acted. Say that,
really
it's all very well acted. But...
It's really well acted. It like as well as you could do this. It is done, if that makes sense. As well as like this could have looked, been acted, been.
This is the way this is the same as Greatest Showman. Like, it's wonderful. It's all done brilliantly for what it is. It's all done perfectly. It's all nailed down to a T. There's nothing wrong with it. But for where it could have gone, it didn't hit it where I had hoped it would hit it. So there's nothing wrong with this film. But I would have liked to have seen something more interesting off the plot.
Yeah.
And like I said, the idea of it didn't have to be villain. It didn't have like a villainous enemy. They didn't need to have like all the kind of. They could have taken it more interesting routes, but there's nothing wrong with it. It's just it would have been nicer to see it go this way.
I would say there's nothing wrong with it, apart from I'm really not that happy with, what was his character name? Strickland?
I wrote it down. Yeah, Strickland.
That was him, wasn't it?
Yeah. Michael Shannon's character.
I didn't like his character.
I think he watched 99 Homes for him.
Huh?
I think he watched him in 99 Homes when he chose him for this.
Yeah. No, it was just a boring character.
I've written, it's interesting you just said Black Panther, because I've written Strickland, like Killmonger, didn't need to be villainous. Exactly what we said last week for Killmonger. They didn't need to be having to have a gun or having to have a fucking cattle prod.
He could have just been evil, like from start to finish.
Yeah, and he didn't need to be. He could have had, again, you didn't need to have.
And there's no arc there then, is there?
No. To have a creature, they didn't need to be evil to be testing on a creature. They could have been going, look, we need to beat, like, this is the whole idea of like strategy for war. They just said we need the. I know they say about getting up to the moon before Russia, yeah. I was trying to for the Soviet Union, that's the one.
Yeah.
But it could have been like we wanted for tactical warfare. And they didn't need to be like, I'm gonna shoot innocent people. Ukrainians are fucking assholes. It could have just been, we want him to do this, which is kind of what the guy who was on the cover, Dimitri, which was actually his name, was kind of a bit better like that. But like,
well, he was saying that there's so much we can learn.
Yeah, and they could have, and they didn't need to batter the creature. They didn't need to mistreat it. They could have just been captured it, testing stuff with it, and then Sally Hawkins, a character, still could have gone. Oh, I don't agree with this at all. I want to get it out for its sake and my sake, because it's not enjoying being in like a habitat like this. I
mean, when you look at, because I guess his Strickland was kind of like the captain in Pan's Labyrinth, who's kind of that character.
They're always saying Dimitri's like the doctor.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I felt like with the captain, even though all of his like methods and everything that he was doing was absolutely ridiculous, it's like he kind of had a reason for doing it. Like, well, even though it was not a valid human reason, for him, there was a reason he was doing it, because he wanted like to seize power over that, like the area that they were living in and stuff. But for him, I just felt like it was. I don't even know why he was like that.
I'm also confused why Strickland was head of that place, or was it the big boss? I thought he'd just come there with the creature.
Yeah,
I was really confused with that. It sounded like he came there with the creature, but wasn't there before.
I think he sort of brought it in, so then he was kind of like the head of the operation. But I
know
obviously
I don't know what that place actually does, what they do there. It's a bit strange. I love that she's a cleaner. I love that it was the whole.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Like, because that's how you'd get around. That's how you'd do it. Because she had a key card to obviously unlock stuff to go clean stuff, and they paid no attention to her because she was a clean student when talking in front of her, which is fine. Although I'd probably, when we laugh, is all those cameras. They didn't have a camera in the fucking most the room that needed it most, which is the one with the creature, and you didn't think to have a camera in there and have someone watching it.
Yeah, that's really stupid, actually. I didn't think about that.
It was really weird because he kept being suspicious of her, but he didn't need to be, because anything that was suspicious of her, I didn't want him to be, like you said, I didn't want him to be suspicious at all.
That's what I was saying. I hate the way he kept like looking at her like, and then she looked like, oh god, really worried. It would have been really cool if he had looked suspicious and she just looked completely like cool and calm.
Yeah, but then I didn't need. But then what I don't get is I don't need him to be suspicious, because that didn't pay off in any way.
No, it didn't.
Even if it paid off in a generic way, it still didn't. It paid because the egg thing. You'd be like, he found the egg.
Yeah.
There was loads of times, and obviously she reacted straight away. And he picked up on those two straight away.
Yeah.
But it didn't end in anything or pay off for anything. And he wasn't even like, with those two. He just sort of said no.
No.
Had no idea.
No, because it literally he could have been completely unsuspicious of them the whole time, and then as soon as.
Even though he kept being suspicious, he kept forgetting about being suspicious.
And then he was like, oh, what am I doing? Like, questioning the help. But then kind of like 10 minutes later, the guy said, oh, it's the cleaners anyway. And he was like, oh.
He was like, oh, they're just clean.
But that didn't connect really in any way, so yeah.
Zelda's character.
Yeah.
Again, someone we've seen before, that's what I said when I came out, like, she's the typical kind of, like, it's this whole thing of, like, the black best friend who's a cleaner who keeps making jokes constantly. And we said that kind of whole you'd be like, It's like, it'd been interesting to see her in the main role.
Yeah.
Because, Jesus Christ, that bird looked it just come off the roof, but it's, like, literally by the window, it's fucking huge. Fucking dinosaur over the house. They didn't really give her much. They kind of felt quite flat other than, like, just jokes.
Yeah.
And then it's the whole thing. She stopped him and was like, no, you're not doing this.
Yeah, what was that?
I don't know, because why would she not? And then suddenly it just changed, and she was helping. And it's like, that's really weird to have.
She's like, oh, okay. Oh, we're going to go to hell. Right, come on, let's do it. I kind of wish she'd just known what she was doing. And
she was like the stupid best friend.
Yeah,
at that point, the jokey best friend. Who's like, oh, well, I won't do this, I'm too scared, but okay.
I wish she'd just helped her straight away, because they seem really, really close, and she said they've been not best friends, but they've known each other for 10 years.
Yeah.
I wish she'd seen her doing it and been like, I'm going to help you.
I'm glad she got a bit of a payoff. When she was with her husband,
yeah,
she actually had a bit there, and she had a serious bit then, said to him, like, you don't speak, and then you finally speak up.
And now you can't shut your mouth, yeah,
which was nice. Yeah, it's like I said, it's very good to watch as a fairy tale. I think the thing is, this is more of a film. I think it's more of a homage to Creature, especially now we've been watching old Universal monster movies, and old kind of. It feels like it's very much a homage to and a tribute to old films and creatures and monsters, because it's a very basic plot, It just looks gorgeous, and it is. Yeah, I don't know how many times I've watched this. I do want to watch it again, but I don't. It's not gripping. No. Really, I
haven't come away, and I'm going to keep thinking about it.
No, it's very jumpy. Whereas like this kind of scenes again doesn't feel like it's in a line.
It wasn't really very tense either. There was no point where I thought.
No, it's even in the end when they got shot. I was like, I knew they were going to get shot. That was going to happen. The way they were stood on the edge of the harbour bit, I was like, and he's obviously going to arrive because he's on their way to them.
And literally 5 minutes before he just whipped out some healing powers and made his hair grow and stuff, so you kind of know he can give some sort of life, and you know that he can heal. I was like, well, they're going to be fine.
Yeah, I've got that's a section Creature. We'll go on to that more, because that's stuff that really bugs me with that. I'm trying to get anything more to say about the characters than you had. I'm not sure what Dimitri did when he gave that guy cake, because he gave. Did he just grab the knife?
I think he just wanted an excuse to be able to get the knife, because he cut the cake and then put the knife.
I didn't see what he did on the table. I thought he'd obviously done something with that bit of cake. So it's like, if he's holding the knife, it looks like he's poisoned him and he's going to stab him.
No. He just
going to try and take them both on.
I think he couldn't go over there and just grab a knife, so he used it to as an excuse to get the knife.
Good luck trying to take them both on.
Yeah, that was good. I was glad that nothing happened then, and he just picked up a knife and they walked out and nothing happened. Because that was quite a believable situation. You try and protect yourself, but then he didn't.
And they shot him at him. I don't know why I shot him. They just wanted to get rid of him because they didn't know shit, did they? They just shot him because they brought him there just to kill him, probably. I
think they shot him, because he said that he dissected the body and that there was nothing, nothing useful. And they obviously knew that he was lying, and that he hadn't really killed it, because they wanted him to kill it, didn't they? So that the Americans couldn't learn from it.
Yeah.
I think they kind of knew that he hadn't done that, so that's why they killed him.
Christ. It's I wish they'd gone into more of that stuff because it's really interesting about what they said about obviously a moon landing, like trying to get up to find think about how the human body needs to learn.
It's so annoying that, isn't it? Because it's such a great idea and it's kind of like the idea is there, it's just not used.
Yeah, I feel like that happens quite a lot in this. So there are a few ideas there. We said about Michael Shannon's character Strickland. We also said like he feels more villainous as well. The whole thing he says about sweets is like. That's like kind of really typical. Why are you monologuing? Why are you telling about it when you're about to kill him?
Yeah.
You're kind of monologuing.
Yeah, I hated that. I absolutely hated that. I hate that he was eating those stupid.
I swear he's had sweets and something else like that before. He's had like a little pocket or something. His character, like Michael Shannon, always has like a little.
Like a little something, yeah.
I swear in 99 Homes he had something he kept doing. Well, he kept smoking, didn't he, or something?
Yeah.
He kept...
Was it smoking? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Tic Tacs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. There was an interesting moment with him when he got told off by the other guy. He was in the toilet taking pills and his fingers were fucked, and he kind of felt a bit more like sorry for him for a moment there. His fingers was an interesting. There's some really that's one interesting beat in this film. When he walks out and he's bleeding, you think it looks like a dream. And he looks like he's been killed. He walks out into the hall. Yeah. And it starts going on. I was like, oh, what the fuck's happened? I was like, they shouldn't have known it's a dream. I thought they killed him off
already. I was like, fair enough. That's pretty awesome. But yeah, he was not.
His fingers got wrecked. And I'm glad they still got wrecked. It was quite good that they got... Because that was surprising with his fingers and the way he handled it. But I don't know why he pulled him off the psycho bitch. Yeah. It's...
I quite like that bit. I quite like that little speech when he was saying about Samson. And that he... Yeah. And did like the parallel between... that and what he was going to do. I thought it was quite cool. Yeah. Didn't mind that.
No. It is. I did enjoy it, but at the same time, it's just like it doesn't feel as. I think it's that letdown again because it is doing so well. Yeah. And now the films that are doing so well. So the best ones is this Get Out, Three Billboards, and Lady Bird. Lady Bird's not out until next week, which we'll do then. Yeah. And we'll see if we'll be disappointed or love it.
I think we'll really like it.
Yeah, we seem to keep liking films like that, don't we? We had Big Sick, which would lived up to it. Three Billboards, which is way better than I thought it would be. Yeah. And then Get Out, which is brilliant as well. It kind of.
I really want to see. Wait, is it I, Tonya?
Yeah.
It is I, Tonya.
We were going to say Tonya I.
No, I was going to say I, Tonya, and then I thought, oh, I, Daniel Blake, and then I was like, wait, it can't be I, Tonya.
I don't know what this whole I something is. Someone said to me about iRobot being linked to iTonya, I think it's a joke. I don't know if it was a joke. I was like, no, they're definitely not. No. It's just funny because those two keep working together.
Yeah, I think that's smart, yeah. No, I do want. I want to see that too. I think I'll like that a lot.
Yeah. Oh wait.
It's because we've got the lights really. Well, we haven't got any.
We've got the lights on. I'm going to turn the lights on. How about that? Will keep us up. We also got up early to go watch the film. Yeah. To do this today.
No, there's light. It's better.
Yeah, it's... I don't know with this, really. I feel like... It felt quite... I love the setting. I love it above the cinema. But this is the thing. I like the look of it in the trailer, but I also said from the trailer I wasn't that excited for it. The trailer didn't really grip me, because nothing really made me go, oh, with the trailer. It kind of...
That and the fact that it was him made me... I think if I hadn't known that it was him and I'd just seen this advert, I wouldn't have been as excited. But knowing it was Del Toro, then I was quite excited. But
yeah, but like, I don't. This is the interesting. I think he's great and he's good. Okay, this is what the thing is. He's very consistent of not doing a shit film. Yeah. His films are always great, but to me, they're not like as masterful. He's masterful at creature design. He's brilliant at writing monsters. I think he's great at doing that, and design and all the kind of stuff he does is amazing.
But when you compare this monster to Pan's Labyrinth, I don't think it's
the look of it is amazing.
Yeah, but it's not
the like ideas behind it. There's nothing there because we don't get to know anything of them. They pulled out the water and saying that we did love the bit it said about the people that were worshipping it because they thought it was a god. Yeah. Didn't need to say it was a god. No. But yeah, we said about that stuff. It was great. We're going to the creature then, because like I said, like the design it is gorgeous. The eyes were gorgeous. I saw some concept art from the eyes were all black, but obviously they pretty changed it because it looks so much like Gabe from Hellboy that they went, no, we'll change it a bit.
When, the drawings that he had done of him in the living room, one of them looked like Gabe. I was like, oh no. Yeah, no, exactly like him. No, well, it was gorgeous. This like its skin and its eyes and the sort of like its gills and everything looked incredible, but it didn't look different enough from other stuff.
Because it looks like Gabe. I think if we hadn't seen Gabe,
maybe. Yeah.
This wouldn't look.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, I think.
Exactly. Yeah. I think it's
Yeah.
that. And because it was, and I imagine it was makeup, and I say because it looked amazing, it never looked CGI'd at all, or it did look amazing. No, I also think because of the creatures in Pan's Labyrinth, I think it's more the one with the crazy eye hands, whatever it's called in that. It's because of those paintings above it is what got me with that. I was like, oh fuck that, it's just summed that creature up in one.
Yeah, or eating all the babies and stuff. Yeah.
That's what did that for me.
The fawn is amazing as well.
Yeah, it looks amazing as well. But that's not. It looks amazing, but that will be based on a lot of folklore looking stuff. It looks like a demon. Like it's very sort of.
Oh, I think that fawn is incredible. It scares the hell out of me. I think that's the thing as well, because I have like a real reaction to both of those things. I find them really terrifying, but like really beautiful at the same time. Well, the fawn is really beautiful at the same time. The other thing isn't beautiful, but they're both.
It looks like a giant baby diaper.
Yeah.
Saggy skin.
Yeah. But no, I think because I have such a reaction to both of them, even though this looked really amazing, I wasn't like, oh my god. It was kind of like, oh wow, that looks like a really good
There was
version
one moment
again.
you smiled and you turned around to me when it came out. Was it when it came out the water or something? You were like, oh. There was one bit. Also, we watched it in it felt like quite a small screen.
Yeah.
A poo screen, yeah. We obviously watched it well again, but like, it was in standard instead of wide. It was in like, it was really.
Yeah, that was weird.
I don't know why I couldn't stand in the first week.
Know.
I don't think all of them have been set to standard. That always happens in some of the screens. It really annoys me. I watched I think I watched Ant-Man in standard as well.
Really?
It's really annoying.
I watched Ant-Man in the IMAX.
And Deadpool. I didn't. What you really did IMAX?
This is something actually I wouldn't have minded watching in the IMAX. I would have really liked to see it big because I think you would have felt like
it looked really dark
in the world. Yeah.
And I think it didn't help because it was pitch black in the room.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say to you. When we first sat down and I went, oh my god, it's really dark in here. Obviously it's a cinema, it's going to be dark, but it was, obviously we work at the cinema, it was crazy dark and the picture looked so dark. I was like, I'm not going to be able to see what's going on. It was really weird. That's never happened before to me at that work. But it was flipping pitch black.
It has enough clean the screen sometimes, but no, not when the film's actually playing.
Yeah. But I mean, with the picture being that dark as well, I was thinking I'm going to just struggle to see what's happening, but it did get better.
Yeah. We also have a name for the creature, so we should just call it Gabe 2.0.
Gabe Mark 2!
Gabe Mark 2. The design, it's fantastic. The lights that you started seeing towards the end were really cool. I don't mind the lights because it feels like aquatic creatures tend to have lights quite a lot of time on them, which I'm absolutely fun, which is quite a nice little thing.
It was, but it kind of like no one reacted to it that much.
It's like toothless lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they didn't at first, but then she was like, oh, she was kind of like.
Yeah, she was, but he
did when they touched.
Yeah, they touched like they had their hands on each other's heads and stuff, and he was like glowing. And he was like, oh, that's enough. It's like, why is he not like, oh my goodness, like, you're glowing, or oh wow, or just have a look at it or something?
Yeah.
It just didn't really seem that.
No.
I like that he ate a cat.
His head off.
That was
even better because it didn't even look like it wasn't even crappy. It was nicely done. It's just the head was just got off for a cat. Brutal.
It was horrible, but it was really.
Why don't you eat a cat? I thought it was a sentient being. It wasn't.
Yeah, I don't know.
It just decided to attack a cat.
Well, he said it was a wild creature, but I think.
But like it wasn't. But it didn't act like a creature the rest of the time, other than eating a cat's head and running off because it had sex with her. If you make it more animalistic, it feels creepy that they had sex.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
If it felt like if it felt more like Gabe, it would feel more natural they had sex. But if it feels more like an animalistic thing, it feels.
Yeah, because when it first saw her as well, it was like it wasn't sure, was it?
Yeah, it wasn't because it went for the egg a little bit. I went, no. Yeah.
Weird. But then obviously.
The thing we didn't like about it, so I feel like takes away from this film a little bit. Is it really nice? It's the whole like god idea. The idea it's a god kind of.
Yeah.
I didn't need that because being a creature would be interesting if it's just caught and sort of down.
It's interesting enough to find a creature like that.
People worshipping it still fine. It's like the Loch Ness monster. There's myths about it, which is quite cool, but it didn't actually need to be. And the healing factor felt like. Why can it heal? Is that because it is a god? Like, why does it need to heal? I know it's very fairy tale-y, but you could have it grounded without the healing. Because the healing thing is just like, I think like that was just for the sake of the plot. It was like, well, if it can heal, then we don't have to deal with the consequences of them getting shot or.
Yeah. Why even bother shooting them at that point? I think.
What if you know it can heal? Yeah, because
why even bother having them be shot?
When he shot them both, I was like, they're not dying. There's no way they're both going down.
I squeezed your hand because I in the way I was thinking, that would be a really amazing ending. Obviously, it would be sad, and I don't want that to happen. But I was like, oh, have they gone there? So I like squeezed your hand. Because I was like, oh, that's going to be
Michael
really,
Shannon's
really
character.
crazy.
Please tell Michael Shannon's character just like had to got arrested. End. Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought maybe that's why it's doing so well, because it's got such a crazy ending. But no.
No, it's just. I think it's just that it looks stunning, and it's just like it's probably like why La La Land did so well is because again it's just the
lovely.
style of it.
It's a really lovely film. It is good, and it's really well acted, and
it's a very good film to watch. And like, if it's like a cinema night or movie night kind of film.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
But like, but this is how you need to go into like because the thing is, it's like I said, it's a movie night film. It's quite easy. You can watch it quite easy. It's not as intricate as something like Three Billboards. It doesn't go into like massively into like the philosophy of anything or.
I'm kind of like I'm having trouble sort of understanding why I don't love it. Like me particularly, I mean, because it's got so much in it that I should.
Maybe if you watch it again, you're right. Because I do really like it. But again, but then it. I know,
but I feel like I should have come out going, "Oh my god, that was so amazing." But I didn't. I don't really know why. Even down to like the music and them like watching all those old movies all the time, and just the feeling of how well they did that time period, and their apartment was so amazing, and the creature was amazing, and she was amazing. But I just don't know why it didn't. I don't know what it was. It's just something. Felt like there's something missing. I don't know.
Maybe it's the shadow of work at the moment.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I don't know. I know what you mean.
Do you know what I mean? It just feels like there's a little spark missing from it, and I can't really.
I think it's like you said, it's because it's what you've seen. It's everything you've seen before.
Yeah, maybe.
It didn't feel like.
Yeah.
Anything where it's like I've not seen that. Like I said, because it is just a run of the mill creature. I'm gonna call it the E.T. repeat. It's like E.T. The creature's there and it gets captured.
This wasn't a horror.
But yeah, I mean, it's that kind of is you just get a creature, it gets captured, they free it, and then it's gone by the end. Just before you think it's gonna go and get like die, it suddenly gets away.
I know I keep comparing it to Pan's Labyrinth, but it's only because they're
very similar.
Yeah, and obviously they're both his films. Yeah. But I think the thing is as well with Pan's Labyrinth, there's such brutality. Like he is so evil, but not like always an evil character. Like he's just a bad guy. And you're not going, what is his motivation to be like that? Yeah, because there is kind of
he's mid-war, going on. Inside a war, whereas this is
and he's like chosen a side. So you kind of that.
I mean, I guess this is still a war background in the same sense as well. This is set in a war, and he is at war, but I don't know what his job is, what his role is. Because he just brought the creature in, but what does he do? What is that place for? Is it for testing?
I think it is
for
I think it is
military
for,
testing.
Military testing, yeah. But I wish they'd gone more into that then.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I think that's why we're probably a bit disappointed, because this is, I don't know why we are, because we know coming from Del Toro it's probably going to be quite a simple, brilliantly done fairy tale, and not so much about.
There's so much tension in Pan's Labyrinth. You so care about the characters, like you so don't want them to get caught. It does such a good job of it in that, and then obviously you have kind of that like fantasy land and her being a princess. I know it doesn't.
There's less of it in Pan's Labyrinth though. Like
There's
a lot less. There's more about the setting itself. That's probably why.
Yeah, maybe it is that. But then obviously you have her sort of being taken back into her kingdom at the end, which you're not really entirely sure whether or not is actually what's happened. But she dies, and it's really sad. And I guess there's nothing bad really happens to anyone apart from Dimitri dies a horrible death.
Apart from that.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's it. I don't know.
I think as well it kind of felt like it skipped over the fact that she started liking the creature. He did a little montage when they were doing the dance and stuff. It was kind of like a little montage
which felt
bit
like
where
it
she
was
started
over in about. It was like a montage of a montage.
I don't remember if it was a montage when she started bringing the eggs. There was a bit where she said,
yeah, she'd bring the eggs and then she had the.
Why didn't she just get? Instead of having like a montage of how they're getting closer, because the thing of doing a montage is we don't actually get to see their relationship progress.
No.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what stops it from being like a really masterpiece. You don't see It's like a fairy tale where you have to sort of skip the time. But you could have had she got locked in there overnight. Because then, like I said, it's the whole kind of thing. They said
See,
in
that
Friends
would've
the
been
other day,
lovely.
the night chat, like the night talk, where you
Yeah.
stay up all night talking, that's the close. You could have had that in this, and they're in the
Yeah.
room together.
Yeah, that would have been lovely. Yeah. Yeah, something like that would have been perfect, actually.
Yeah, yeah, I think that would be worth it. So that again, I don't know how she's in there and has no camera in there, but still.
Yeah. That's a cinema sin if ever I knew one.
Iron Giant, that's another one where it's
Why is your crotch lit up?
Friends lit up on
Is
it.
it your phone?
Yeah.
This is suddenly a thing.
Oh, like a weird underwater creature.
I was going to say you're the creature.
What was I? Well, I was going to say something else, and I can't remember. So that's always good on the podcast, isn't it? Good night, everyone. The creature. The creature. Was it about the creature?
Their relationship. Having a long chat.
No. No. Something else. I've forgotten.
Forgotten.
Anything else you want to say about this? It's really hard to
no.
say out, isn't it?
Love the soundtrack. Not really
Soundtrack's
sure.
great.
Not really sure it had that kind of like Parisian sort of vibe to it.
The what vibe?
Parisian.
Don't know what that means.
Like French.
I didn't know that.
Like Paris.
Well, today I've learnt something. Yeah, I put the setting and sound was lovely. I did like the settings. It looked quite dreary at times, but like it really captured the 50s, which I assume
It
was
did.
set in.
Beautifully. Very beautifully.
Very. The fact she does a bit of this above the cinema and
Yeah, see, I loved all
kind of
that.
stuff.
That's what I mean. This just feels like if somebody wrote this down for me on paper, I'd be like, that's going to be my favourite film of all time.
Maybe it's because it wasn't. I reckon it might be the lighting. I reckon it was very. I think it might be because, even though despite all of that, it didn't feel very, for a happy ending and for like a sort of kind of. I know there was obviously, for a fairy like a modern fairy tale, and I know it's dark, but Pan's Labyrinth time, it didn't feel very lit up. I know Pan's Labyrinth wasn't, but Pan's Labyrinth was dark and it was.
No, but it's not a nice film, Pan's Labyrinth.
That's what I'm saying. But this is like the reverse of that.
Yeah.
This is like the plus sign to the minus of Pan's Labyrinth. This is like because it has a happy ending and it's a lot more kind of like upbeat. So I'm surprised they didn't have a bit more colour in that. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's because they're not as bright. Because it would feel more. Because when you're watching, you're not like, oh, look at the colours. And
No,
look at
yeah, you're right.
Whereas I think it's got all the other aspects where it feels like a really upbeat, happy kind of film.
Yeah, you're right.
Maybe it's that.
You've messed it up.
Because
With
all
the
that kind
colours.
of all that testing lab stuff looks fucking dreary as shit to
Yeah,
watch.
it does. Which I didn't mind.
No.
But then it's not really like juxtaposed with anything.
There are some very nice little character details in here.
There are,
The
yeah.
Cadillac thing was alright when you see it. That's what I think about the setting and the scene. I've written somewhere like the ads, as well as like they capture well the adverts. Like the fact that that Giles does paintings for ads.
Yeah.
And then he did like obviously the jelly stuff.
Yeah.
And then he had to do it green. Then they gave when Michael Shannon went home, he got green.
Yeah, he got that green.
And his family was strange and all like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
that was a really weird. There was some really. I forget about those little details. They were really nice, but I think it's because you never. Like, I don't want them to. They don't need to amount to something, but they don't feel like they ever come back.
No.
Because I think it's the whole way of they're sort of fighting out for these characters, which are also you're getting pushed down by the fact that they feel quite generic at times.
Yeah.
But there are little details. And like I said, the Cadillac was nice because it's the guy sort of him because he's a sucker for it because he says it's a man of like, it's a power vehicle, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And that's why he gets it. And then I love that little detail he says about the colour of it.
Yeah.
And he says it's teal when he says it's green. Yeah.
That was actually one bit that made me go, was when he like clipped it, like completely smashed into the side of his
Fucking
car.
idiot because he wasn't watching where he was going.
I don't know why that felt really tense to me.
I feel like bits of that were purposely like I think it is just a homage to older films.
Yeah.
I think you must absolutely love old kind of
Yeah.
monster films. It does the music
it
as
does
well.
feel
Like there's
like
bits in it where it feels like the music and like the style it's done.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, I said to you, I'm surprised how very well received this is, because of what it is. Like, I'm not saying it's because it's bad, but from what what awards you should give out appreciation to, this feels like a strange one to me.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I know what you mean.
I was just looking
Some
at this.
weird
I just
lighting
see.
over there, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you want to see? Okay, it's the sun going down. It is. You can't see. Oh, it's very purpley orange.
Is it? It
Yeah,
looks
have a
like
look.
it looks like the Lion King light.
Right, you go look at that. I'll keep them going.
This is where I pull out the headphones and take the mic with me, and then some
She's gone, people. We can
Bye.
discuss this now. She's gone.
I can't see it.
That's because you're small.
Oh, I'm too small.
There's not much. I can't see the sun. I can just see the colours of the
should
sky.
have just jumped up here on the sofa. And
That would have made
see
more
better,
sense.
wouldn't it? Whoa!
Well, certainly no sunsets in Shape of
Oh,
Water. I'll tell you that.
wow. Oh god, I look right at it.
And now you've fucked
Oh
around.
yeah!
All right.
Back.
Where would you rate? You haven't. Wait.
Wait.
So Pan's Labyrinth
Yeah.
is probably the best film.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'd rate. I don't know what I'd say. This is my favourite film because I really like Hellboy too. The Golden Army.
Yeah, it's good.
I love the creature in that, and that reminds me of
This
Pan's
did
Labyrinth.
feel like Hellboy.
Why?
This had a Hellboy-y feeling. I don't know. Just really did.
God knows.
I don't know. Maybe it's Gabe.
Maybe it is Gabe. That the first Hellboy, which he you watch the first Hellboy, it is very much the same colour as this, and Pan's Labyrinth is very dark and dreary, and kind of like mouldy greens to greys.
Yeah.
It's Crimson Peak, which does not feel like him
No, it doesn't.
because it has a lot more colour and
Crimson
vibrancy.
Peak feels like
Feels like a lot bigger
Tim Burton,
budget.
wasn't it?
Yeah. To watch.
Because that is quite bright and it's really like
Orange.
sumptuous reds and
Yeah.
I would like to see
And has no
Crimson Peak
monsters.
again. No monsters.
Just
Well,
creepy fuckers.
No, not monsters.
Are they
but-
monsters again? What's going
What's
on
the
with them?
stuff
They're just
coming
fucking
out the
weird.
floor?
They don't explore that much. It's the clay, but then I remember thinking I wish they'd gone more into why there's clay everywhere.
Yeah, I would need to see that again. I've only seen it once.
She did see shit coming out of the clay. There was a ghost, wasn't
Actually,
there?
no, I think I've seen it twice, but I don't remember it very well.
Wasn't there a
remember.
ghost?
There's ghosts in the house, I think, yeah. I honestly can't
I
remember.
can't know. I remember watching after a team meeting one morning
Yes, I remember you coming in.
and
Was
staring
like
at me.
Yeah.
Scratchy pictures of me into the walls.
No.
Yeah, I don't know where I is this. So there you go. That's a great way to end this
Yeah.
little review.
This is probably my second favourite.
You like this more than Hellboy? Oh boy.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Sorry. Probably. Yeah, I think so.
No, it's nice to see him. Like I said, it's nice to see him doing original stuff again because it is very good. I know, very good. And I'm sure we'll watch it again when it comes out. We'll probably we'll probably get it in a month when it comes out
Probably get that
because.
still, but it's really nice.
All right.
But good.
Out of 10.
Good. It's really hard. Because I feel like I want to give it like 3 different scores for different things.
I'm just gonna give it an 8.4 or some shit.
Yeah, 8.5. 8.5.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
Do you want to go on to? I'll let you know where we are. We're on 42 minutes right now. We have a nice
Same.
little trimmed short one here.
How long are we
Not
going
short, but
for?
Should we go? So the BAFTAs have just. Was it yesterday?
Day before, I think.
Day before the BAFTAs, the winners have all just been announced.
Yeah.
So would you like to? I haven't looked at them at all. I just know that one of them, Sophie's got them up. She's gonna.
Sophie has got them up.
She's gonna
And you don't know what
announce
they are.
them. I don't know any of them are.
She's very exciting.
We'll talk a little bit about this. While I chuck up a candle in the air and catch it.
Whoa. That was amazing.
All right.
Obviously, I won't do this with all of them, but just
No.
for a few of them, I want to tell you the nominees.
And
I
I will
want you
guess
to
who.
guess.
Go for it.
Okay, so we'll just go for it with best film. Let's just start there. So the nominees were Shape of Water, Dunkirk, Darkest Hour, Call Me by Your Name, and 3 Billboards. What do you think won?
Oh, can I say what? Okay.
You can say what you want to have won, and then you can
Obviously,
say what
3
you think
Billboards.
won. You want to have won. Okay, and what do you think did win?
Say them again. Sorry.
3 Billboards, Call Me by Your Name, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, Shape of Water.
I think it's gonna be 3 Billboards or Call Me by Your Name.
Okay, but you've got to say which one.
Oh, just because I'm gonna say 3 Billboards.
It's 3 Billboards!
Hey!
Yeah!
But did Call Me by Your Name
it's
almost win?
Darkest Hour. Yeah.
Oh, why am I playing with this candle? It feels horrible. Oh, well.
I don't know. I like wax, playing with wax once it's like almost reset.
I don't.
Put your
Creep.
fingerprint in it. So
Alright,
good.
next one. 1 point to me, no points to you.
Outstanding. What?
1 point.
What? This is outstanding British film, but
Well, I'm going to say it's 3 Billboards because you said
It
3
is 3
Billboards is a British film.
yes.
No.
And you haven't seen all of them.
What are the other nominees for that?
Darkest Hour, Death of Stalin, which we haven't seen, I've seen Darkest Hour, you haven't seen Darkest Hour. Death Star, neither of us seen. God's Own Country, neither of us. Lady Macbeth, neither of us. And Paddington 2, neither of us. So we couldn't really judge.
Surprised Paddington 2 didn't win that.
Yeah, they do love Paddington 2
A little
in
bit
Britain.
of pads.
Britannia.
Alright.
Okay. Best Actress. Leading Actress. Nominees. Saoirse Ronan, Lady Bird. Margot Robbie, I, Tonya. Sally Hawkins, Shape of Water. Annette Bening, Film Stars Don't Die in Liverpool, which we didn't get, so we didn't see. And Frances McDormand, Three Billboards.
Fucking shit. Again, I kind of want to say Frances McDormand.
You want her to have won?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
did win.
I feel like... Wait, read the first two. Sorry again.
Saoirse Ronan. Saoirse Ronan.
Saoirse Ronan.
Lady Bird and Margot Robbie, I, Tonya.
I feel like one of those two might have won as well. Fuck. I know Three Boys did really well.
Three Bird.
Let's just say Saoirse Ronan.
It's Frances McDormand.
Oh, it was that fucking shit.
That's good though.
So do I want it to that is good.
Okay, on to Best Actor. Gary Oldman, Darkest Hour. Daniel Day-Lewis, Phantom Thread.
Gary Oldman,
Daniel
Darkest Hour.
Kelly. Can I finish? Sure.
No? Is it that?
Yes.
Obviously.
It was
seen
also Daniel Is it
Kaluuya.
Kaluuya?
I don't know.
Kaluuya.
Daniel Kaluuya probably.
It's a double U that throws me. For Get Out. Jamie Bell, Film Stars Don't Die in Liverpool. And Timothy Chalamet, I think is how you say it. Or Chalamet.
Chalamet!
Or Chalamet. Or Chalamet. Call Me By Your Name. But yes, it was Gary Oldman.
There it is.
He is very wonderful in it. He's very, very good.
It's funny because in the trailer it's like he's joking about it. It's like he's taking the
I know
piss.
what you mean. I do know what you mean, but no, he's yeah, insane. Right, supporting actress.
I wish I'd said... I would have got more right so far if I'd said Frances McDormand. For
You
fuck's
would.
sake.
You would. Do you want to guess these ones, or should I just tell you for supporting actress? Because you haven't seen any. Well, you've seen two of the films.
Go on, just tell me then.
So,
I'll take a guess. Sam Rockwell.
What for supporting actor?
Actor, yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
And supporting actress.
Yeah.
Wait, no, go on, read them for me now. I've got that one.
Okay, supporting actress was Octavia Spencer, Shape of Water, Leslie Manville, Phantom Thread, Laurie Metcalf, Lady Bird, Kristen Scott Thomas, Darkest Hour, and Alison Janney for I, Tonya.
It was Octavia. Was that
Octavia Spencer was
Zelda?
Shape of Water. Yeah.
She was up for one.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, didn't you
Surprising.
know that?
No.
I'm pretty sure she's Oscar as well, nominated for an Oscar for it. I'm pretty sure.
That's
Yeah.
really surprising.
Yeah.
She doesn't have that massive of a role,
No,
not
it
supporting role,
isn't,
but she
no.
doesn't seem...
No, she's.
I
good,
find
but
that a
she's not-
strange one.
I've seen her in much better stuff, which she probably wasn't nominated for.
That's a
Anyway.
really strange one. Say them again, sorry. Say the films, because I can probably...
Shape of Water, Phantom Thread, Lady Bird, Darkest Hour, I, Tonya.
Phantom Thread?
No,
What was it?
it's Alison Janney, I, Tonya.
Fucking shit. I wasn't going to guess that. I was
She
going to say
looks
Lady Bird
nuts in
otherwise.
that. I can't believe that's
Oh,
even
okay.
her.
I don't know much about Tonya, so...
Yeah. Yeah, Sam Rockwell did win
Yeah.
for supporting actor.
I assume Woody Harrelson was up for it, wasn't he?
He was as well, yeah, and then Willem Dafoe, Florida Project.
It's all the same bloody films.
Hugh-
Other than that,
Hugh Grant, Paddington 2, so
amazing.
weird. And Christopher Plummer.
I'm
on
so
Money in the
surprised she
Moon.
was up for supporting actress for Shape of Water.
Yeah, I know.
Because like I said, she was
No.
very... And there's nothing that she's doing wrong. It's the role, but she doesn't do any. She just makes cracks jokes the whole
Yeah.
time in a very normal way.
She's good. She's alright.
Yes, it's nothing to do with her. I
yeah.
just think the script... Yeah. Interesting.
Best director.
Can I just say,
Yeah.
quick, why is the little girl from Logan not in supporting actress there?
Yeah.
I'd have put her up over that. I'd have put her up.
She should really be in a lead one though. She's quite a big
Maybe.
part.
Why is fucking Patrick Stewart not in supporting actor as well for that?
I know.
He was great in that.
Why isn't he in Best Actor?
Why is...
Not Patrick Stewart. Oh, just
Phil bollocks. Anyway, sorry, what were you saying?
Director. Best director. Who'd you
Best
think?
director?
Yeah.
Who's up for it?
Shall I tell you
It's
just-
all-
I'll
it's-
tell you
it's
just
the
the
usual
names of the
films, isn't
film.
it? Yeah.
Shape of Water, Blade Runner, Call Me By Your Name, Dunkirk, Three Billboards.
I feel like it's going to be Dunkirk
Do you?
or Three Billboards.
Do you? You're wrong. It's Shape of Water.
Was it?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should have been Denis Villeneuve.
Well, It's not even in there, mate, so...
You
Yeah, he is.
said Blade Runner. Yeah, I have to say you said Blade Runner.
He's also up for Best Supporting Actress. I don't know who all these people are, so I'll just tell you who won the EE Rising Star Award.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Kaluuya, which is weird because I don't feel like he's a rising star because his film's like nominated for Best Film and stuff. It's a really weird. Do you know what
Do
I
you
mean?
mean? But not before this.
Huh?
It's weird that it's Rising Star because I think he's been fucking great for years.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. It's weird that he's won Rising Star Award. He's not a rising star. He's a star already.
Yeah, but then
If he'd won
but
this
people
like
don't-
last year or a couple of years ago, I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah, I think this might be his first proper leading role.
maybe. Yeah.
But still, he's great in
It's
others.
very strange. It's very, very strange. Outstanding debut by a British writer. I don't know any of these films, so. I Am Not a Witch. One. Well done. I don't know what that is. We should probably see these things, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Best film not in the English language.
I don't know if
The Salesman, Loveless, First They Killed My Father, Elle,
I
or thought
that
The
was in
Handmaiden.
Yay! 2 great films in there. Well, I'd want it to be Handmaiden, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
I feel like it's probably going to be Elle.
It's Handmaiden.
Was it?
Yeah.
It won?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's what I said to you. All
I
those
thought-
one
so I
in
was
here
gonna
you're
say
going to be really
something like
happy
that,
about. Yeah, Handmaiden won.
Interesting.
Well done. So well deserved. That's such an amazing film and it's so pretty.
I'm terrified.
Yeah, and really quite scary and put me
I
on
didn't
edge.
realise that was up for it. I knew
Yeah.
Elle was in there.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
I read these ages ago, so I don't know how I remember that being in there.
You bought me both of those for our month.
I did, because I was trying to creep you the fuck out.
Yeah, I think it's scary. Buy me scary stuff. Documentary, again, we haven't seen any of
Any
these,
of
which
them.
is probably really bad. But I have heard of the winner, so I'm not your Negro, but I haven't seen
Yeah. I don't
And
think
then-
we showed I'm Not Your Negro. I think we had the poster for it
Yeah.
and then didn't show it,
Yeah.
so...
Sounds about right. The nominees were City of Ghosts, Icarus, an environmental sequel, and Jane, but again, we don't know those. Animated film, you already know.
Coco won,
Yes.
but the nominees didn't have your name in them, so never
No,
mind.
just only having Vincent in my life as a courgette. Or
Which we haven't watched, but I'm
zucchini.
sure them, but they're
Zucchini.
both just as the standard of Coco. Because
Yeah.
again, Coco is very mundane.
Boring. It's boring.
I have to say,
That's pretty
watching all
boring.
the films in these awards so far,
Yeah.
I haven't watched masses, but the ones I have, like Coco and Super Bowl, I have not been. There are films that if I could remember last year that I liked more,
Yeah, oh, definitely. Yeah.
even just films that we watched in passing,
Yeah.
like Wind River.
So good. It's like up for nothing as well.
Yep.
So annoying. Original screenplay. I'll read
Shape
that.
of Water,
Shape of Water, Lady Bird, I, Tonya, Get Out, 3 Billboards.
3 Billboards again, or Shape of Water, or Lady Bird. One of those ones.
You just said more than half the
Well,
noise.
obviously, for what you've seen, it's going to want to be 3
do you think-
Billboards again.
What do you think won?
3 Billboards?
Yes.
Yeah.
This did. Totally, I'm so pleased about that. I said when we came out of there, that has to win Best
Everything.
Original Screenplay.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
it doesn't feel
No,
like an
because I was so
original screenplay.
convinced that it
Yeah.
either is based off something that actually happened or it was a novel, but no.
Yeah.
Best Adapted Screenplay. Again, we haven't
Dunkirk.
we haven't seen any of these. We haven't seen any of these films, so
okay.
I'll just tell you it's Call Me by Your Name.
Oh,
Which I
if you
do
give us, I
really
would have
wanna
said that.
see.
I know that would have. I don't know if we actually showed it, and if we did, we didn't show it for very long. Keep going.
Call Me by Your Name, Death of Stalin from
Oh, no, I
Stars
didn't
That Done
mean-
Liverpool, Molly's Game and Paddington 2, so we haven't actually seen any of them.
No.
Original music. Did you know what one this was?
I assume Greatest Showman probably won Best Original Song.
It's not
Greatest
song,
soundtrack.
it's just music. So Shape of Water, Blade Runner, 2049, 2049.
I hope Blade Runner.
Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, and Phantom Thread.
Fuck. Probably Shape of Water, but I hope Blade Runner won. Did Blade Runner win?
It was Shape of Water.
Was it?
Yes.
Fucking nailed it.
Yeah.
Fucking nailed it.
Blade Runner.
No, I just said I hope
no,
Blade
no,
Runner
no,
won.
no. Cinematography.
Blade Runner.
You think that won?
I fucking know. I bet it's probably Dunkirk, but I hope it won.
Shall I tell you the nominees?
Yeah? He's only sucking. Should I
Shall I tell you
the
or should I
nominees?
just go? Just leave forever? No, we're doing 3 Billboards, Shape of Water, Dunkirk, Darkest Hour, Blade Runner. What do you think won? Cinematography.
Did you say Dunkirk in there?
I said 3 Billboards, Shape of Water, Dunkirk, Darkest Hour, and Blade Runner.
Blade Runner should have won. I want it
Yes,
to,
it
but I also
should
feel like Dunkirk might have. So just tell me, because that's my guess.
What's your guess?
I don't know. You tell me, and I'll let you know what my guess was.
Tell me your guess.
Let's just, for the sake of humanity, let's say Blade Runner. It's gonna be Dunkirk.
It's Blade Runner.
Yay! Worried that Dunkirk was gonna win.
These are good though, aren't they? They're good awards. Like they're going to the right people for the most part. Editing.
Paddington 2 hasn't won anything yet, so they're
What hasn't?
Paddington 2, so you're wrong.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Editing. Billboards. Shape of Water. Dunkirk. Blade Runner. Baby Driver. Editing.
Hopefully, Baby Driver.
It was Baby Driver.
Was it? Oh,
It was
interesting.
Baby Driver. I know.
It should, because they're on another level for that. And
seriously.
you other fuckers got enough awards. Other 3 awards, you can't give them enough, but still.
Yeah. Production design. Shape of Water, Beauty and the Beast, Blade Runner, Darkest Hour,
Beauty and
Dunkirk.
Beast.
You think that won?
Be Dunkirk.
Dunkirk?
Yeah.
Shape of Water.
Shape of Water. I was going to say it first, and you said the other. I was like, no, let's
Yeah.
mix it up.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Costume.
Yeah, it would make sense because there was a lot. The costume of Shape of Water wasn't interesting, other than the creature. It was pretty basic.
And yeah, it is up for an award.
The costume. Yeah, of course it is, because it's set in another era.
Yeah.
It's always up
Costume
for a fucking
design, Shape of Water, I, Tonya, Darkest Hour, Beauty and the Beast, Phantom Thread.
Phantom Thread.
Yeah.
Oh, he's fucking.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just going to go walk to the academy now.
Haven't seen it yet. I can imagine they are going to be.
Like
I can imagine that the designs are going to be amazing. But equally, if Beauty and the Beast was going to win something, I would have said costume was.
Did you say Thor Ragnarok?
Excellent.
Oh no, you didn't.
Oh wait, it wasn't.
So
In
you
there.
completely.
Although I say that about Beauty and the Beast, it is kind of all, just twisted slightly from the animation. So maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Still,
makeup
let's
and
go over
hair.
our creativity. Makeup and hair.
Yeah. Wonder.
Bright. Darkest Hour.
One Best Picture. Wonder. You think Darkest Hour won? Yeah, it did. Darkest Hour, Blade Runner, I, Tonya, Victoria and Abdul, and Wonder.
Yeah.
Darkest Hour probably. I can understand why.
Why Shape? Did you just say Shape or did you?
No.
Why?
I know. That's why I was going to say. I was going to say earlier when you said, "Oh, it's probably a suit," and I went. Because I was going to say I don't know if it was makeup because it's not up for makeup and I can't imagine that wouldn't have been in there.
Well, the dude that played Gabe did it, yeah, and I'm pretty sure he did a lot of makeup roles. I'm pretty sure it is.
I don't know. We'll have to look it up. But his makeup in Darkest Hour is insane. Like, is
It is, but it's always a shame of the creative stuff. Like, if Black Panther's not on for it this year, they can fuck right off.
Yeah.
This is insane.
For costume, not for makeup.
Yeah, more for but in those kind of standards, I would say it would be made for makeup as well.
Yeah, but this is makeup and hair.
Makeup and
There's a
hair's great
costume
stuff.
and makeup and hair.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying,
I'm saying
those standard those films of like makeup and I would say Black Panther was up with those. I think Black Panther's great.
Oh yeah. No, I know, but I'm saying more so for costume.
More for costume, yeah, obviously. Yeah.
But yeah, no, his makeup is insane. Just because I've never seen like prosthetics done that well before. For his skin and everything. His skin is like perfect. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Anyway, sound. Dunkirk, Baby Driver, Blade Runner, Shape of Water, Star Wars.
That's tough. It's going to be Blade Runner, Baby Driver or Dunkirk. I'm going to go with Dunkirk.
Or Shape of Water or Star Wars.
I'm going to go with Dunkirk.
Yes.
Oh.
That's fair enough.
Why am I not just working
But Baby Driver, I would have liked it. But Dunkirk, I can
one
understand.
Didn't it,
I can understand. Yeah, exactly. Best visual effects.
Blade Runner, hopefully. But what else is up for it?
What else is up? Dunkirk, Shape of Water, Star Wars, Planet of the Apes.
Oh, Planet of the Apes, hopefully. I bet it didn't win by your face, your expression. I feel like it might have been Star Wars.
No.
Not Blade Runner? It was Blade Runner. Oh, I'm okay with Blade Runner 1.
I'm okay with Blade Runner, but I'm so mad that Apes didn't win.
I guess it's because it's the third time they've done it and they're probably like, we've done it twice before, they can do it again.
So good.
Yeah.
The short animation, British short animation.
It's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's to do with the scenes of Blade Runner. The whole like touchy scene where she's laid over another woman is amazing.
That is insane.
Some bits would look fucking incredible for the visual effects.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was the next one?
Short animation, but we haven't
Haven't
seen
seen
any.
any. Anything other interesting awards? Or are they all just pretty?
That's it that we care about. Not care about. No. The only other thing is short animation, short film. Cowboy Dave and Poles Apart, one which we should watch, but I haven't seen or heard of any of the other nominees.
Yeah.
So you were very good at guessing.
Thank you.
They're pretty good though, aren't they?
I'm glad that Baby Driver won. I'm glad Blade Runner won.
Yeah.
I'm glad Three Billboards won a load.
Yeah, they're one at a time.
Yes. Well, if that's out the way,
Mm-hmm.
because I was dreading it. What is the time for?
I'm trying to think.
You still have to do it 3 times.
Oh yeah. No. Who's news? So like I said, Hugh's news. It's time for Hugh's news.
There's only 2 bits of news this week.
I think we should do Hugh's news every week, and we'll just update people on how Hugh Grant's doing on a
Why not
weekly
Hugh
basis.
Jackman?
Huh?
Why wouldn't you say Hugh
Because
Jackman?
Hugh Grant was funnier. And I was thinking of
How
Paddington.
dare you? Incredibles 2 trailer.
What?
Incredibles 2 trailer.
Yes,
Well,
it's
this week.
obvious, but
Feels like we already spoke about it, we haven't. What do you think? What do you think?
What I think? I'm very excited.
Funny. It's funny.
It looks funny. It looks just what you would hope for in when one of these films has had such a big break in between its first and second one, that they would really consider exactly what they wanted to do with it and like come back with something that's worthwhile saying.
Yeah.
Not just go quick, chuck out a second one.
It's also worth. They've actually now. This is the last one I think that we loved when we were younger.
Yeah.
That they've done a sequel for, because they obviously done Monsters Inc. They did Monsters University, and then obviously they did Finding Dory. Which
Monsters University was okay.
I liked Monsters University. I think it's very good. I don't know how you could have done it wasn't a sequel, was it? It was just set in the same universe, the same character. Prequel.
Was a prequel.
It's very funny. It looks very funny.
Yeah, it does look really.
It defines who I am.
Yeah.
That made me laugh.
What? Yeah, that and they're very clever in doing this whole. Well, obviously has a lot to say about like the roles of a mother and of a father and
yeah, the role of
and how they're sort of
in the generic sense
seen in society and at home and how
hopefully it goes more into the fair stuff. I think that's what they know, but like it's very interesting. I love the fact that it looks like it's set more about Elastigirl / Helen.
Yeah, and I love that it's picking straight up too. Yeah,
I do like that. I wonder if it will pick straight up and then go 2 months later or something after that first bit with the Underminer.
Yeah.
What I will say, which is interesting, at the very end of Incredibles, the whole message and the whole idea was, we do this as a family, we'll fight together. Then they all go, do the strike a pose when the Underminer comes as a family, like they're going to fight it together. But then in this trailer, clearly straight away they went, kids, stay here, look after Jack, and then they both run off.
Yeah.
Which is kind of odd.
Yeah. Well, I think they're just trying to protect them, but
the whole point was they weren't gonna. But the whole point now is that they fight together.
Yeah, I know.
But then they both went, no, let's fuck off, and then they go off. And then she's gone off by herself now, which is interesting, so...
Yeah, I wonder if it's just going to be a thing of, I was wrong. Like, we said we'd fight together, and now I've sort of gone off, and now I'm not going to go off anymore.
It's interesting. I wonder what convinces her to go off and fight as Elastigirl. It's got to be something there.
Yeah, because it seems like she wouldn't do that.
Maybe something happened to where it's for someone, or maybe it's for the money for the family, or it's because Bob doesn't have a job.
Or she's trying to
anymore,
be, or she just feels like she should be a strong, independent woman and mother.
Bob doesn't have a job anymore.
No, he doesn't.
Neither of them have to find an income somehow, won't they?
Maybe that's it too.
I also found out who Mike from Breaking Bad is voicing.
Yeah.
He's voicing the guy who's in the first one who helps keep them undercover.
Oh, really?
He's the guy I was there. I assume he probably died, or he's not signed up to do this again. He's
okay.
He's doing that. So he's done a character that's obviously already been a thing.
Oh, okay.
But then obviously, Saul Goodman, Bob Odenkirk is doing I've forgotten his name. The guy who wants to hire Elastigirl and looks
It's
exactly like
funny
him.
because it looks, yes,
Yeah,
it looks so
just-
much like him.
Yeah, it's good. He's bringing a great voice actor. He's got a
really-
good voice. Really excited for it.
What date in July does it come out? I think I asked you this the other day. 15th.
18th, 12th, one of those
I'm
probably.
going to see it for my birthday.
What?
Because so we're going to see it for my birthday.
Why?
Because it's near my birthday. It's like the week of my birthday.
What, June?
Oh yeah, I was thinking July. That was July.
I thought it was June.
No,
Oh, no, it's June
it's
in
July.
America.
Yeah, it's July.
Because in the trailer it says June. We get it later here
I'm
because
sure
we
we get it
suck.
in July.
Yeah, we do get it in July. They get it in June.
Sucker.
On the trailer it's because it says June.
It's probably because Americans have like an 8-month summer break.
Well, take all my tax.
We could get. Excuse me. We're on the air, sir.
Take all my tax.
I was going to say, I had the great idea the other week that we could do one of these live, like a Facebook live thing, and then I was like, nah, we're going to mess it up.
Yeah.
Or get offensive.
Yeah.
Probably best not.
I only have one other bit of news.
What?
And somehow we've already been recording the news for 4 minutes over this on the trailer. Sicario 2 director Stefano Sollima.
Ooh.
Otherwise, I'm going to call him Sicario Stefano Sollima.
Yeah.
Is set to direct a Call of Duty film.
Oh no. Really?
I mean, they've probably got the right guy. I don't know what a Soldado will be like yet. I think it's Sicario 2. But I mean, you're putting on someone who's doing a sort of military.
Yeah.
But what? But then I have to.
Why do we
I
need
mean,
a Call of Duty
yeah, exactly.
film?
I
There's
will
about
say this.
3,000
Games of them.
games already.
Yeah.
How many is there? 8? Is that 8?
Yeah, I think so. Something like that. I can't remember. I've lost count of them. The last one I played was years ago. The Modern Warfare games have quite cool characters, and I could deal with a story about those. But then you don't need to base a film on Call of Duty because it's not in its own universe.
They make a lot of games. It's not that. It's it's games. Keep it as games. Why do the games are great on their own? Just let them be the games.
That's what I mean. But this is the thing. Like, it's like I guarantee they're going to announce a Horizon Zero Dawn film in a few years.
Yeah, probably.
Like, terrible. You don't need to. It's a game. Play the game. There's nothing wrong with playing games. You fucking morons. Stop making films out of
And
it.
then they're going to speculate who's going to play it, and they'll go, "Oh, it'll probably be Amy Adams or what's her name?
If what? She got a red head. Jessica Chastain.
Jessica Chastain, because every
'Cause they've
time
got
there's
red
someone
hair.
with red hair, everyone's like, it's definitely going to be one of them.
One of those two, yeah.
Even if it's like
I thought the girl out of
age
Captain
or-
Fantastic, because she's young.
Yeah.
She'll be a bit older than she was in that, and
Yeah,
she looks a bit
she
more
does
like
look a bit
not
more-
filled out as like fat, but she looks
No.
doesn't look ridiculously skinny. She
Yeah.
looks quite a bit like Aloy in terms. She's got quite a
Yeah.
filled out face.
Yeah.
And it would be the obvious choice.
That's a very good idea. Should we ask her?
Although we're not going to make a film of that because we don't. It's too much for one film.
Yeah.
I spoke to someone at work about this the other day about Tomb Raider and said they told me how it wasn't based on the first like remastered game. It's going to have a lot more. I was like, but the trailer is put them side by side, has the same footage,
it's basically the game trailer.
and looks better in the game than in the film. Just fucking leave them alone. To be honest,
It's not like there's never we've had Tomb Raider films, so
Yeah,
Do we
and then the
still
writers
do
of
it
Last
again?
of Us, Neil Druckmann, and the people from Naughty Dog are working on the Last of Us film.
are
What's
they?
I think they're helping out with it, but then what's the point?
Oh.
Why make a film with it? Because it's like a film.
Yeah.
It's interactive and it's a game,
Yeah.
but it's very.
And the thing is, games now, it's
Narrative.
not. It's I can understand why they maybe used to do it, because games obviously didn't look how they look now. So it was kind of interesting
want
to
this
take that,
cinematic
to
now,
take
yeah.
that story and watch it be cinematic. But they're cinematic games now, all like most games. So
Or if you
I
want
don't
to do it
need
with games that
change.
don't have a narrative,
Yeah.
like Warcraft, which is fine because I don't think Warcraft always. I don't know, it's a very big
Yeah.
game, but for games that are about a universe.
Yeah, then I get that.
But you couldn't do it with a
But
lot.
no.
Don't do it with Mass Effect. Mass Effect is very cinematic, but at the same time, it has so much going on. You couldn't turn it into film. Gears of War, they want to make a film out of, but what's the point? Because
I also
it's
don't
so
understand
actiony.
why they do it, because it's just the past record of game movies is just so awful.
So bad, yeah. Assassin's Creed could have worked, but they really fucked it up. That's
Could
one you
have,
could make a film out of, but you don't need to because the best bits of that again are the free running and all that kind of stuff, which they didn't pass on well as a film. It's just silly. It really is.
It's a
It's just
shame.
you know you've got a market there. That's why you do it.
Yeah.
We've got Tomb Raider coming out, which is obviously a video game film. You've got Rampage, and then Ready Player One isn't a game,
No.
but it is obviously a book, a novel
It
based on games. And has a lot of references stuff. Should we leave it there? We were done?
Oh, what I was going to say is...
No.
Get Out. No. Jordan Peele. Oh. Like, linked together. Yeah. Jordan Peele, is writing a new film that he's going to direct later this year.
There should be a news cover.
Can you imagine?
Get out, Jordan Peele. That went together. Jordan Peele, got a bit right.
Welcome.
What's his film?
Welcome to the 7 o'clock news. I'm Sophie Cook. There was
Weather.
At Parliament today. They were at Parliament and anyway, he's directing a film towards the end of this year, and I was just thinking, I wonder if he's going to mess it up or if it's going to be really good.
That would be really good.
I hope it'll be really
good.
Good
Night, everyone.
No, but I wonder if, like, because when you have your debut and it does this well, and you've got all that pressure now that it's been nominated for so much, I wonder if can he stand the pressure? Can he take it? Or not take it?
Very interesting.
Or not take it?
I reckon his next film should be called Come On In.
Yeah.
Come in.
Yeah.
Get out. Come in. All right.
I got it. You didn't.
I did, because you're silly and I have to explain things to you all the time. All right, peeps and punks, you know where to find us.
Peeps and punks.
Goodbye, everyone.
Like that. Oh.
Till next week.
I thought you'd stopped it already.
No.
Oh.
All right.
Good evening.
Good evening.
So this at the end of the news.
Good evening.
Good evening.